Hey everyone, this is Rajendran here, and in this video we're going to discuss about how to build your first cover order execution module using AmiBroker, and also how to create various controls for AmiBroker. That's what you're going to see over here. So first of all, I'm going to go to File, New, and then I'll go to Formula, and from here I'm going to bring my blank module. So where I'm going to give some name, I'm going to give a name like simple cover order module, and then I'm also going to bring a couple of code snippets over here which could solve my work pretty easier. I bought I had an AlgoMojo module over here where I'm going to bring user controls. So basic user controls like plotting the charts, and then getting the API key controls and API secret key controls, and getting the broker name and version. The version here 1.0 represents basically the API documentation version. If you go and see the API documentation, it comes with an endpoint URL which mentions the name, which mentions the version as 1.0. So in the future, if it gets updated to 2.0 or 3.0, you can simply change the version from 1.2 to 2.0, and you can start using those newer documentation versions. Now, I'm also getting the broker shortcode as well. In my case, I'm using TJ. TJ stands for Trejini. And then if you're using some other broker, so here are the list of broker shortcodes. I'm giving it over here. For example, if you want to use it for upstocks, you have to use up-upstocks here. And now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give a button control, and then along with the button control, with the press of a button, I'm going to send a cover order basically. So let me click on this. So here is the sample module which brings a button, and along with that, when the button is pressed, automatically it sends the data. The following data will be sent into the bridge. So here is what I'm creating the bridge. So this create the object to access the AlgoMojo bridge, over here, and followed by that, I'm also sending the data using AM dispatcher to the broker server. So these are the instructions. I'm sending it to the broker server. And in case if I want to send a cover order, basically, let's say I'm going to send a cover order to Reliance. So I'm going to change the name of the stock to Reliance and the exchange as NSE. And for cover order, basically I need to send two orders over here. One is an market order I'm sending. Along with that, I also have to send a stop loss order. So cover order is basically a two-legged orders. So in this case, I'm have to set the product code P code as CO. CO stands for cover order. And whenever I'm sending the cover order, I have to mention the trigger price, which is nothing but the stop loss in this case. So I'm just setting the stop loss as 1900 levels as a stop loss, and I'm executing this market order. So whenever this order is sent, when I'm sending a buy order over here, automatically it will be sending a cover order which is executing at a market order with a stop loss along with that at 1900 levels. So let me save this code, and then I'll go to File, Save As, and then I'll quickly go to the AlgoMojo multi execution module folder, and then I'll save this under the name simple cover order execution module. Alright, so now let me apply the AFL and check it out that there are no errors over here. So basically I'll go to a new tab over here, and then I'll apply these charts, and now I right click, I'll go to the parameters. I'll be having a control over here, and if I click on send order, automatically the orders will be sent to the broker server, and you can see that the order got executed. Let me go and check out in our broker platforms. I'll go to tj.algomojo.com, and then I'll go to the order book, and then I'll check it out. You see that I refresh my order book, and you can see here Reliance cover order got punched with a stop loss of 1900 at this exactly. It's sending an order with a stop loss at 1900 levels. So now if I want to create a couple of controls over here, let's say I want to control the symbol name in this case. So what I'll do here is I'll create a control over here. I'll say like symbol. So symbol is equal to, I'm going to create a control. So I want to enter a symbol name. So basically I'm going to use the param string over here. I'll say like symbol name. So basically the symbol name is nothing but the symbol of your trading terminal. Basically those symbol name, you can get it from the trading terminal over here. So you can see that Reliance-EQ. So that's the symbol name. I'm going to give it as a default. So I'm going to give the name as Reliance-EQ. And so this is a simple control I'm creating over here. So I'm going to replace these controls from here. So in order to replace the controls, what we have to do here is like we have to create a simple replacement for this control. In order to do that, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to replace this Reliance-EQ with that symbol variable. So let's see how to do this. This is a very minute procedure that you have to follow here. You have to do it very carefully. So listen what I'm doing over here. Here I'm just doing a double quotes. So here I'm putting a double quotes over here. Followed by that I'm just putting a plus sign, and then I'm pasting the variable. I'm pasting the variable symbol followed by another plus over here. So I'm just encoding, I'm just embedding instead of Reliance-EQ, I'm just embedding double quotation plus followed by the variable and plus followed by a double quotation again. So if I am gonna send this control, let me save this control over here. I'll click on AFL, so there are no issues. Now I come back to the code. So now you can see here I'm able to control the symbol name as well. If in case if I want to change it to Infi, I can simply change it to Infi over here, and I can send an order from here. And you can see that automatically the orders are getting punched. So however, now maybe I want to control my stop loss levels also. If in case I want to control my stop loss level, I'll say like I'll give a control for stop loss level as well. So stop level, okay, stop level equals, I'm gonna say like param is what the number, stop loss level, I'm gonna get it in the number format. So I'm gonna give a param. I'll say like stop levels, which is the cover order stops. So basically I'm gonna give a cover order name. By default I'm gonna say like 1900 as the default stop loss level I'm just giving over here. However, I can vary the stop loss by sending an range from 1 to 10,000 levels. So this is the level I'm gonna send it over here at this point of time. So basically the users can control their stop loss level. That stop level is what I'm gonna replace this 1900. So I'm gonna do the same procedure. I'm gonna put a double quotes. Inside this double quotes, I'm gonna put a double plus. Inside this double plus, I'm gonna bring this variable stop level. So that replaces the value with the dynamic stop levels. Now I can control the stop levels. Let me save the code and apply the code. Now come back to the code. So now we can see that I'm able to control the stop levels as well. So now I can send, instead of 1900, I can send 1250 levels as the stop levels. And now if I send the order, we can see that a new order got punched with 1250 levels as the stop loss. So now let me show you, I'll go to the AlgoMojo and then I'll refresh the order book over here. And now you can see that the new orders has been sent with 1250 as a new cover order. I hope you understand how to configure a cover order over here. Now in the upcoming session, I'll bring you more interesting execution module examples on top of AMI Broker. See you soon. Thank you.